Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia Maya. So this is going to be a really good video for anybody that's been ghosted or has been a ghost before. So if you or anybody that you know has been ghosted, watch, share, learn, listen. I got a good video for you today.
When you ghost on someone, I feel really passionate about this because I've been ghosted on and it pisses me off. It's not one act, that's a consistent act. That's a series of acts. You've decided consistently every moment of every day that you're not gonna hit me back.
Yes. It's something that is talked about a lot in this generation, and it is a big issue, and it's super rude. So if you've ever been ghosted, or if you've ever been a ghost before, then please watch this video. So what is ghosting? Let's first ask Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary, what is the definition of ghosting? So ghosting, according to Urban Dictionary, ready? The act of suddenly ceasing all communication with someone the subject is dating, but no longer wishes to date. Harsh. I do want to clarify that ghosting is a lot different than what some people categorize as ghosting. For example, let's say you just matched with somebody on a dating site and you're kind of talking, kind of flirting for a couple days, maybe a week, and then that person decides to kind of like pull back and stops answering, or like answers just like a little bit here and there and just completely disappears. That is not ghosting, okay? That is more like pulling back. I feel like if you just met somebody and you haven't really like been dating for that long, maybe you were just flirting for a couple weeks, they don't really owe you anything. They were kind of like feeling you out. Or if you just like went on one date with somebody and then they disappear, that's not ghosting. Ghosting is when you've been dating somebody for a while. Things seem to be going really good. They are kind of like, oh my God, like I'm really into you. They've been like really reciprocal with texting, putting a lot of effort in, and you're really feeling it. You're really loving this attention you're getting from this person. Like, finally, somebody that I like, that likes me back. Like, it's so hard to find, and you're like getting this rush off of this feeling of being around this person and getting attention from this person, and then all of a sudden, poof, they're gone without explanation. It's like they just died, like they're just gone. That's ghosting, and it ain't cool. It ain't fun. It's not nice.
And I'm nice, you're rude.
No explanation, no closure, nada. Casper. What happens when this person goes poof? You're bound to be like, huh? What the? Are they dead? Did they get hit by a car? Like, what's going on? What happened to them? Wait a minute. Did they just watch my story? This person has the nerve to be breathing and doing all of this stuff and hasn't answered my text. You left me undelivered, and you're scrolling through Instagram and looking at my story. The nerve, yo. Let me just take a moment to normalize this for a second. What I mean is, like, I want to normalize that feeling of like, what the heck? Why did this person just disappear? So I've talked about this in my TikToks many times, but there are many hormones that get released when you are dating somebody. You're getting this rush of like serotonin and dopamine. In my many TikToks about sex, dating, relationships, I talk about how these hormones get released that make us feel like we're on drugs when we're dating. So it makes perfect sense that if somebody is giving you this attention, you know, those hormones are getting released, you're feeling really good, you're feeling all confident, you're like, yeah, it's kind of like being on a drug. So yeah, of course, when they pull away, they're pulling away that feeling, that attention, and it's kind of like a drug addict going through withdrawal. That could be the case of like any relationship that's ending, but this is also the case in ghosting, because you're having these hormones get released that make you feel super good, and then that goes away. So you're bound to feel like, oh my God, what the hell? And this dopamine hormone, it is mad addicting. What happens when an addict doesn't have their drug? They go a little crazy, all right? Completely normal. Problem with this is once that hormone gets taken away, once the dopamine isn't rushing anymore, a lot of people are very likely to blame themselves, maybe feel like they're not worthy. They kind of like think about their self-worth, like what's wrong with me? It's not you, it's them. And let me talk about 3 reasons why people ghost and why you should be glad that you got ghosted before it was too late. The reason number 1 why people ghost. It's very common and likely that this person lost interest in you, and instead of just telling you like a grown-up, mature person, they decided to take the easy way out. While it can be really hard to reject somebody and tell them the truth, A lot of people take the easy way out because they don't really have the emotional maturity to be honest with somebody. In reality, the person that you are being honest with about not wanting to be with, they're gonna have so much more respect for you as a person for being upfront about your emotions rather than just taking the easy way out and just ghosting. It's super immature, and you don't want to be with somebody like that. Reason number 2 why people ghost, and this one's kind of harsh, but it's likely that they weren't being honest with you. So it's possible that this person was already dating somebody else, or maybe they like had a fight with their girlfriend and they were just looking for something on the side, trying to shuffle their options, or maybe they weren't over their ex and they just didn't tell you about that because that's kind of hard to talk about, and they didn't want to scare you away. They wanted to have you available as an option. It's kind of messed up, but it's possible they weren't being honest and they had someone else already in their life. Or they have a bunch of other women that they are talking to and kind of weighing their options, and they decided to pursue something with someone else instead of you, which is also really harsh, but you know, it happens. It happens.
Benching.
Benching? Oh, when you're like taking a break from your hoes, right? You have a rotation, you have a roster, and you got to put one to the side.
You gotta put a couple on the bench.
Yes.
Bing, 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 bing.
Thank you.
So, I mean, this is kind of hard because sometimes you want to really focus on one person when you really like them, but I found that it might be actually healthier when you're in that like dating phase to have your options open and don't actually commit yourself to one person unless you've like had that talk. Feeling like you're just dating this one person and then to find out that they're like actually shuffling a bunch of different people. So it is dishonest and it's not cool, but it is what it is, and you should be happy that it happened because this wasn't your person. Reason number 3. This is one that definitely highlights why you shouldn't be hard on yourself, because I believe that this is the case for a lot of people. I believe that it's very true that people are often scared of commitment. I've heard people say that men are. I don't want to generalize and say it's just men, because I'm sure women are too. So it's possible that you were dating somebody and you were really checking all of their boxes. Like you were perfect like in every single way, and you're kind of like blowing them away, and they realize like, wow, this person is someone I can really see myself with. Like, wow, they check all the boxes, they're perfect. And then being as they're afraid of commitment, they get freaked out. Like, oh my God, am I really ready to commit to this person? Am I really ready to just be done dating and this is the one? Like, what if I don't meet their needs? What if I'm not in a place in my life where I can be enough for this person? Like, that could put a lot of pressure on somebody, especially if they see you as like this perfect person that has a lot going on. Maybe they don't feel like they're at the same level as you and they're like kind of intimidated by that. So that could be another reason as well, which is totally not your fault. Instead of doing the adult thing, they might just disappear rather than being like, I'm intimidated by you, because I feel like that's really hard to admit. The reason I added this to the list is because I actually watch a lot of TikToks, and there are a lot of guys on there that are opening up about why they were boys in the past or why they ghosted. And one of them was saying that they ghosted somebody because they did feel intimidated by that person, and that person really seemed like a perfect fit for them, but they got scared and they didn't feel like they could commit. So I believe that happens for a lot of people, and they might even be doing it subconsciously. Like, they don't even know why they're afraid of this possibility for love or relationship, but they end up hurting that person by ghosting because they don't feel like they're enough for that person. So that could definitely be a possibility, and I'm basing it on a TikTok case study. It might be more common than you think. It's really sad that some people get freaked out and they feel like, oh my God, this person is way too perfect. I'm not enough for this person. I feel lost. My life is all over the place. What if they expect so much from me that I can't offer? That could be a reason. Although there are many reasons that people ghost, there are so many reasons that people ghost, you should be happy that you dodged a bullet. And here's why. People that ghost, they lack the emotional maturity to communicate in a healthy way. This person was either careless and didn't give a crap about your emotions, meaning they were going to hurt you regardless. If they, kept contacting you, it would have hurt you eventually. Or there's somebody that's all over the place and just doesn't know how to communicate, and they're kind of going through life, going with the flow, and they don't take a moment to think about how their actions can impact somebody else. You don't want to date somebody like that. You want to date somebody that really values your heart, just cares about you in general. And anybody that ghosts you, they need to really take some time to reflect on themselves, and they need to make sure that they're not, giving the wrong intentions and putting these expectations in place by saying like, oh my God, I really like you, and then just like ghosting out of nowhere. It's like super unfair. You don't want to be with someone like that. I honestly believe that when we do find our people, like when we get into a relationship that's actually healthy for us, we're gonna look back at the times that we were ghosted and be like, good thing that I wasn't with that person. This person I'm with now would never do that to me. They would never be that inconsiderate of my feelings. That person got out of your life, great. Now you have the opportunity to meet someone that cares about you. I think that's awesome. You don't want to date a coward. Ghosts are cowards. So if you did get ghosted in the past, don't take it personally. You are better than that. I really hope that if you have ghosted someone in the past, that you have learned something from this video, and don't do it again. It literally takes like less than 10 seconds to text somebody. You could literally just say this to somebody in a text message, and that's fine. I really enjoyed spending time with you, and I think you're a really great person, but I just don't see a romantic connection with you. And I'm really sorry if you're disappointed by that, but I just wanted to be transparent. That is a very mature way to be honest with somebody, and regardless of what they say afterwards, they might kind of have an emotional response, or they might actually not say anything. You did the right thing, and in the long run, that person will have more respect for you and maybe even want to be your friend, depending on the person and how dramatic they are. So let's try to be as honest as we can with ourselves and as honest as we can with others with communication, and let's stop being so hard on ourselves when people disappoint us and don't meet our expectations. And I just want you to remember this as well. What you desire in life and what you desire in a relationship, that is what you deserve. You don't deserve being ghosted. I never deserved it. You never deserved it. What you desire is what you deserve, and that is what you will get. Let's just be patient. I really hope you found value from this video. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you have any ideas for things you'd like me to talk about in terms of psychology, relationships, or sex education, or fitness inspiration, because I do that too, please comment it below. And if you liked this content, please like it, and please subscribe and turn on bell notifications. I will see you in the next video. I'm going to be posting relationship, sex, or psychology related content on Wednesdays and fitness inspiration on Saturdays. I'll see you in the next video, and I love you so much. Thank you.